Hey, thanks for tuning in. Yet another video. It's getting a little dark out here. Just wanted to make this separate video with the with my maintenance experience and the maintenance package and everything else. Now, I didn't have enough time to kind of go over this on my additional service videos, but I just wanted to say about the maintenance package just a few things.
And perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
I know there's more to it than just an oil change. I know there's they torque down different bolts, they check, forks, they check suspension, they check the swing arm, they do multiple point inspections. But I mean, this is something that they do for every vehicle. It ain't just because it's the 1K service. They do it for every vehicle, and the reason why they do all these inspections, the reason why they check everything on the vehicle or on the bike, they check it without even without it being the 5K, the 1K, the 10K, whatever service you take your vehicle to or your bike to, they check this on every single service, on every single vehicle, on every single bike. They have to check it, and the reason why they check it is because, I mean, yes, it's kind of messed up, but they're hoping they find something to upsell you. That's the reason why they do the multi-point inspection. They do the multi-point inspection because they want to upsell you tires, they want to upsell you brakes, they want to upsell you the brake service, the flush. They want to upsell you whatever they can so they can make more money. Now, in my service shop, we would have coupons for $39.95 on the oil changes, and even those $39.95 oil changes that we would take in and perform, we would also do a 27 or 37. Sometimes, most of the time it was a 27-point inspection. And we would always do that on all the vehicles, on everything. So when there's people commenting, that's not the only thing they do. Like, yes, I know that's not the only thing they do. They check for wear and tear. They check for when they do the test ride after the service. They do a test ride. They do all of that. They're trying to see for alignment. They do that because they want to upsell you something else.
What the hell is this? About $700, sir.
And a lot of the times, as service writers, we were told to upsell based on mileage. So, and I know, I mean, a lot of people would pull up and they'd be upset with us because they'd be like, "You haven't even taken the fucking car into the back of the shop, and you're already selling me a primary or transmission fluid change." And
the brake drums are shot, and you need a new transmission.
All I wanted was an oil change.
Sometimes they buy the maintenance package and they keep on coming back to the dealership, and that's the only location where they could come to because they have the maintenance package. So, you know what? I know it's not just the oil change, and the reason why I wanted to say this is because at my dealership, at my repair shop, we would have, like I mentioned, the $39.95 oil change. Now, we would perform the same 27-point inspection on that one and on the 5K service. Now, what's the 5K service? The 5K service is the oil change and tire rotation, and that's pretty much it. That's what it was. It was just labeled as the 5K service. Now, a lot of people don't look. They don't look at the 27-point inspection or at the 5K service. And I mean, a lot of people just don't know. They just believe they're getting more for their money if they bundle it together, but it's that's not the case. Not at my dealership. And the only difference between the 5K and the oil change was the tire rotation. So you just kind of have to look at some of these different packages depending on the dealership. I mean, this was just mainly because of the coupons that they would send out, that they would offer, the $39.95. I mean, that's probably the cheapest. Oil changes at my service shop, you're probably looking at $54. plus a tire rotation, $10. That's still under $85. The only difference between the 5K and the 15K was the air filter. Yeah, there's the air filter service. Like I said, at my shop, at my dealership, for the 15K service, that was $115. So now you compare that $115, you compare that to the original one, to the 5K service. The only difference is the air filter, but you're paying $30, almost $40 additional for an air filter. Now, I mean, a lot of these air filters, you can buy them for about $15. And as I mentioned, even if you were to add the tire rotation, and if you were, the air filter is not that difficult to put on. I mean, you pop the hood, or it's right there at the end, at the other end of the right side of the engine on the motorcycle. It's not that difficult to put on, but they would still charge. We would still charge the customers an extra $40 for the air filter. It wasn't that difficult. Sometimes I would a lot of times I would just have the mechanic put the air filter on. Some of the smarter customers, they would actually know, and they would buy the air filter themselves. And hey, can you put this on there while the mechanic's doing the maintenance? Yes, we can. We could definitely do that, because it's part of the 27-point inspection. A lot of the times, like I said, they're trying to upsell you on additional services, and you know what? If they're checking in on the air filter, they might as well just replace it if the customer's providing the air filter. It's not a big deal. It wasn't for me. I mean, most of my coworkers, we would all be okay with it. The mechanics, they'd be okay with it as well, because they're already there. They're checking it. They might as well replace it, and that's what a lot of people would do. I mean, the smart ones, they would come in with their own air filters and get it replaced. Now, still being on the subject of the maintenance, I know, as I mentioned on the other video, as in all my other videos, this is mainly just the basic service plan. And so even though you have that package or the certificate, like I said, we would treat your maintenance plan the same way we would treat a basic, a basic oil change. We would treat every customer the same. There's no extra VIP service. I mean, sometimes if a customer were to spend $1,000 on their service, we would actually slip the detailers a couple extra bucks just to get them to detail your vehicle or your bike. I mean, we would do this whenever a customer was very friendly. They were very positive. They were happy and everything, and they were to spend close to $1,000 worth of maintenance. We would pass the vehicle over to the detail shop, and they'll spend about 20 to 40 minutes cleaning it up.
You fellas have nothing to worry about. I'm a professional.
I would actually give the detailers the chance to deliver the vehicle to the customers, where they would have a chance to make a tip or whatnot, where they would actually get like an extra $5, $10, or even $15. They would have that opportunity, and customers happy, the vehicle's clean, everything's fixed on the vehicle or on the bike, and everybody's happy. Everybody just kind of gets along. So that's what it is. And like I mentioned, these service plans, they might tell you guys, you don't have to worry about maintenance. And yes, you don't have to worry about maintenance when it comes to the basic manufacturer recommended services that they have on the owner's manual. Now that's what's covered. Sometimes you'll see, or sometimes you probably won't put a lot of miles on the bike, and you go to the service shop and they'll recommend brake flush, it's just different fluids that aren't covered on the intervals of the service. And that's just mainly because it's down to miles or time, but it'd be 5,000 miles or 6 months, whichever one comes first. That's why we would always recommend these services to customers. Maybe they might not have the miles, maybe they don't drive the vehicle that much, but time wise, you know, if it was a 2000, let's say we're in 2020 and it was a 2019 or 2018, we would probably recommend, you know, brake fluid, because, you know, every 2 years, or, you know, just depending on the forks, the fluid, time, oxidation, stuff like that, it just degenerates, and you would kind of get those replenished. So it just depends. Look at your owner's manual, look at what you're paying for at the dealership. It's not always what they say. It's not always everything's covered. And I mean, these people, everything's covered. You know, don't worry about anything. Your brakes, wipers, everything, bumper to bumper, maintenance, you know, it's not true. And just make sure you look at what you're buying and you know what you're signing for, because,
well, say goodnight to your soul, son.
I mean, this is how people get scammed when they don't look into what they're paying for. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in to yet another video. Just, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, if you're not planning on doing any of the maintenance yourself, or if you're just not planning on my other video, if you're not planning on, you know, installing the parts yourself, and you absolutely want the dealership to do everything for you, and you want it all covered under warranty for 5-6 years, you could do that. And if you have the money for it, then you know what, more power to you. Once again, outro. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a comment on the video if you have the maintenance plan yourself, or, you know, a lot of you guys that watch the channel, a lot of you guys do your own maintenance. So thanks for leaving the comment if you do leave something in the comments, and thanks for subscribing to the channel. And if you like motorcycle content, consider subscribing to the channel. So later.